Hello Standard 7, welcome to History class by Mamta Shetty. Today's video is lesson number 5, the foundation of Swaraj part 2nd. Yes, we have already completed the first 6 point from this chapter. We have seen the Shaji Raje, father of Shivaji Maharaj, then Veer Mata Jijabai, the mother of Shivaji Maharaj, and then Shivaji's companion and associates. And in that, always remember the Malwas, the Bara Malwa, and the information which you have to collect that was given about Shivaji Maharaj associates, right? Jivamar, Tanaji Malsure, and Baji Prabhu Deshpande. So today we are going for the next topic, that is Royal Seal, which is also known as Rajmudra. Now you can see this word is everything in Sanskrit, right? The objective of Shivaji Maharaj of establishing Swaraj is greatly expressed in this royal seal. Why he wanted it? These lines were inscribed in Sanskrit, and this is known as what? Raj Mudra, right? See, this was how it was originally written, and now they have printed it properly, right? That is the Pratiprachadaleka. Okay, that's in Sanskrit. What does it mean? This seal will grow in splendor like a new moon, like a beauty of the new moon, right? This seal of Shivaji, the son of Shahaji, received homage from the whole world, denotes, what does it denote? The welfare of the people. The meaning of this inscription on the seal is very important from many angles. Through this inscription, Maharaj has expressed his gratitude towards whom? To his father, and for his confidence that Swaraj would expand continuously. His own experience of the respect, yes, of to Swaraj, commanding from all, commitment from the welfare of the subject, and the certainty of ruling over his land independently. That is one of the most thing. This is the entire concept of Swaraj. Yes, now that the next one is let's learn. Now this is our seal, right? Official seal, Satyame Jayante, right? Where do you see it, right? In which place this is the official seal used? You have to collect all this information. Now we move on towards the next topic, right? That is towards the establishment of Swaraj. Yes, now we'll go. The fort situated within the Jagir of Shivaji Maharaj were not under his control. It was under the control of whom? Adil Shah, right? So the fort, this he decided that forts are very, very important at that time. The person who had the fort also had a control over the surrounding area. If one fort was there, the other also ruled the land also. So therefore Shivaji Maharaj decided to acquire the forts that were within his own Jagir, right? That is Punas, Supas, right? And then what happened? Such an attempt to capture the forts were done. And which were that forts? Torna, Mumradev, Kondana, and Purandar. And these all laid the foundation of Swaraj, because Shivaji captured this all fort. He repaired the fort Mumradev and renamed it as Rajgarh, and this Rajgarh was the first capital of Swaraj. There were Mauryas of Jali, Ghorpades of Muddal, the Savants of Savantwadi, and many other Sardars, those who used to work for Adil Shah. Yeah? And they all opposed Shivaji Maharaj that no need of founding the Swaraj. It was necessary that Shivaji Maharaj bring them under their control, so that for the purpose of founding the Swaraj. So what did he decided? One by one we are going to see. First he captured the Jwali. Now who was in charge? Chandra Rao More of Jwali in Satara district. He was a powerful Sardar of Adil Shah. He opposed in founding the Swaraj. Shivaji Maharaj attacked him, Jwali, captured the region in 1656. He established his post there. Whose post? Shivaji Maharaj. He also captured Raigad. He got lot of wealth from that Jawali. After this victory, his activities in the Konkan side increased. He built Pratapgarh in the Jali Valley. Right? In this way, the conquest of Jali increased his state. He got a confident and he started working. After the Shivaji Maharaj captured more Kalyan, Bhivandi on the Konkan coast, yes, all this side. There he came in contact with Siddhis, Portuguese and the British powers on the western coast. Shivaji Maharaj realized that in order to fight these powers, he wanted a strong naval force, that is ships. Therefore, he concentrated on building a navy, and because of it he had a, what you say, captured, he had a power in that sea. Now we go for the next topic, that is defeat of Afzal Khan. Shivaji Maharaj had started capturing the fort in Nizhagir, the surrounding areas of Adil Shah also. He had crushed the opposition of Mores of Jolly, and his work of Swaraj was in a very great speed in the Konkan coast also. Yes, and all this matter, it was a challenge for Adil Shah. Adil Shah was very worried at that time. Who was ruling, of looking after the administration of Adil Shah? Badi Sahiba. So what she did, she told Afzal Khan, a powerful and experienced Adil Shahi general, that go and attack and kill Shivaji Maharaj, or you make him as a prisoner. So Afzal Khan came to Bijapur, but at which way he came? From the Vai range. Yes, he knew this region very well. After a meeting was decided, Shivaji Maharaj and Afzal Khan. It took place on 10th November 1659, where it took at the foot of Pratapgarh near Vai. At that meeting, Afzal Khan, he attempted treachery, means he started betraying the loyalty. He just told Shivaji Maharaj, come to talk. But what happened? In realization, Shivaji Maharaj killed Afzal Khan. He routed the Adil Shah army. So when Afzal Khan tried to kill Shivaji Maharaj killed him. And then Shivaji Maharaj paid compensation to the soldiers who lost their life, and those who fought for them reward also. Those soldiers and officers of Afzal Khan's army who fell into the hands of Shivaji Maharaj, they were given very good treatment. They were not troubled. Yes. And next we go for the last topic of this chapter, that is the expedition of Siddhi Jowar. After the annihilation of Afzal Khan, Shivaji Maharaj captured Adil Shah's fort of Panalgarh, Vasantgarh and Kelna. All these forts he captured. He named Kelna as Vishalgarh. Again he renamed it. Shivaji Maharaj posed a big challenge to these Adil Shah people. They could not control him. Adil Shah then sent Siddhi Jowar, the Sardar of Kurnool region, to go and attack or fight Shivaji Maharaj and make him prisoner in the year 1660. The Adil Shah gave Siddhi a title also, Salbat Khan, so that he will go. Rustam-e-Jam, these names, and then Baji Gorpade, Fazal Khan, who was the son of Afzal Khan, they all helped Siddhi Jowar. These all four people came to attack Shivaji Maharaj. At that time, Shivaji Maharaj took shelter in Panala fort. Siddhi's soldiers, what they did? They surrounded that fort for 5 months. Siege means encirclement. Yes, and Shivaji Maharaj was inside the fort only. He was trapped inside the fort. He did not know what to do. At that time, Netaji Palkar, he tried to raise the siege by attacking the Siddhi's army from the outside. But he was not succeeded because Netaji's force was very less, and Siddhi's was more. Siddhi did not leave only. He had brought a big troops. He was not ready to leave that. Now Shivaji Maharaj, he decided that let me go and talk to this person. He told that I am ready to talk to you, Siddhi. Let's come for some compromise. And that's why Siddhi Jowar, he became very relaxed. Shivaji Maharaj took advantage of this condition. What he did on this occasion, Shiva Kashi, he was a brave youth. He looked like Shivaji Maharaj. He dressed up like Shivaji Maharaj, and he went in that palkin. The palkin left by the which road? Rajzindi Gate. It was captured by Siddhi's army, and it was a very difficult situation. Shiva Kashi, he sacrificed his life for the Swaraj at that time. In the meantime, Shivaji Maharaj left the fort and went in a different route because he wanted to go and reach Vishalgarh. He was along with his Baji Prabhu Deshpande, Pandal Deshmukh, and some few soldiers. Yes, he was going towards the Vishalgarh. He escaped. When Siddhi came to know that Shivaji Maharaj escaped, he started chasing Shivaji Maharaj to Vishalgarh. Yes, but this army, they tried to pursue, to catch hold of, or they were following, they were chasing Shivaji Maharaj. Shivaji Maharaj entrusted the responsibility of stopping this Siddhi's army at the foot of Vishalgarh to whom? Baji Prabhu Deshpande. He fought with the Siddhi's army at Gond Pass near Gajapur, that is Gondkin. Afterward it was named. He lost his life, but he did not allow the enemy to come to Vishalgarh. Baji Prabhu died a hero's death. And because of this, what happened? Shivaji Maharaj reached Vishalgarh in a very good condition. Yes, his life was saved. While going to Vishalgarh, Maharaj also crushed many opposition Sardars of Adil Shah, right? Like Palwan, Surve of Shingnarpur, yes, Dalvis and Surves. And Maharaj reached Vishalgarh very safely. When Shivaji Maharaj was trapped in Panalgarh, Aurangzeb, who was in the Delhi court, yes, what he did? He sent Sasti Khan, a Mughal Sardar, to the Deccan. He had invaded the Pune provinces. There was a conflict between both. Now Adil Shah is also there, Mughal is also there. Maharaj realized that it is not good to fight with both the king at a time. It's not able to fight both of them at a time right now. So what he did? He made a peace treaty with whom? Adil Shah. And as per the treaty, he had to return what? The Panala. Yes, the Panal fort to whom? Adil Shah. Yes, so here we end this chapter, remaining in the next session. Thank you.